In the future, oxygen has become a poisonous gas. To find the antidote, Ethan traveled 400 years into the future. But when they walk through a forest, they see an unbelievable scene of human skeletons. Then he saw the flower he had given to his wife before they left. Ethan was devastated. All of this showed that they hadn't changed the ending. Then something occurred to Ethan. He took out his old cell phone and played back the last recording. And to his surprise, the words on the recording were exactly the same as Jude's. At the last sound, Jude pulled out his gun. They were both confused when the system alerted them that they had 2 hours before the explosion. Jude didn't say a word and dragged him into the overhaul room to fix the time machine. With the cooperation of the two men, the core energy was once again used to power the system. Seeing the lab back to normal, the two finally breathed a sigh of relief. But then Ethan realized that his body was still at the door. In other words, they have not changed the future, and everything will remain the same. Ethan installed the battery from his new cell phone into his old one and had it play the last video, just as he suspected. The man who killed him was Jude. Ethan asks him what he's up to, and by now he's in a state of panic, and the two of them argue. In order to find out what happened, Ethan opened the system log again. It turns out that his father wanted to use the time machine to find the antidote to save the human race, but the boss only wanted to take some people to the future to continue human civilization. The two sides did not agree, but the boss shot his father. Unbeknownst to him, his father had put a lock on the system that only Ethan's DNA could open. The boss sent Jude to get close to Ethan to make sure he grows up and opens the portal. He was afraid he'd jeopardize the plan and then kill him. As the truth emerges, history repeats itself. Meanwhile, a group of people are lining up in front of the time machine at the experimental base 400 years ago. The portal can only be opened for 30 seconds. But just as the boss was about to take them in, there was a sudden flash of light. Instead of Ethan, hundreds of extinct plants came back. He hoped that mankind could rebuild their homeland. And this is the antidote they've been looking for. There's also a video of the boss killing his father. The next thing I know, the system alerts me that the tunnel is permanently closed, and Ethan destroys the lab. He left himself in the future and sent life back to the past. Finally, the skeleton in front of the lab door disappeared, and when Ethan ran out of the woods again, he saw a new scene.